Welcome back to the Midday Music and More Show here on 107.9 The Berg. I'm your host, Marcus Passeri, joined in the studio by Richard Peddie and Sawyer deJonge to talk about next week's Amherstburg Art Crawl. Gentlemen, how are you guys doing this fine afternoon?
No complaints at all. Beautiful day.
Beautiful day, a little hot, but we'll get by.
Better than yesterday, that's for sure. Now, tell the people a little bit about this year's Art Crawl. What kind of activities and exhibits can the people expect this year?
Well, this is the third annual. Each year, first year was 1 day. The second year was 2 days. Now we're 3 days. And it goes from next Friday through Sunday. And it's music, it's dance, it's art, it's literature, it's all the arts.
So it's years. What was the kind of inspiration to kick something off like this?
I was roaming around Ontario looking for great small towns that we could steal ideas from, and I went to Huntsville, and they kill the art thing. They've got 31 murals all over town. They have events every weekend.
They have a film fest too.
I went
down there. I was there in 2019 for a film fest that one of my films was part of, and yeah, they're huge down there.
So we came back and threw one together, and then in the second year we became the Art Amherstburg Society. We're a non-profit, and then I said, if we're going to put up murals and have a good weekend, I need sponsors. So I met Sawyer, and he's our title. Sawyer and his company are the title sponsor and have been for 2 years.
And luckily you found somebody with a great radio voice, Sawyer.
Yeah, I know. I'm in the wrong industry.
You are in the wrong industry. We gotta get our hooks in you. So how much prep work goes into the art crawl?
A lot more than I'd like. We're all volunteers. They all have duties. But we started planning last September, and probably sometime in August we'll sit down and figure out what worked, what didn't work, what needs to not happen again, what can we make better, and what's new. Our goal is to make it better every year.
Oh, absolutely, and you've been doing an excellent job at that, because like you said, it was a 2-day thing, now it's a 3-day thing, and next year we're going to have a month.
Thanks.
All summer long.
A year.
It's a volunteer thing, remember? I'm retired. I'd like to have a retirement life sometimes.
That's fair. You deserve it. That's for sure. What is the process of choosing participating artists for something like this?
Let's see. So I'll tell you how we found the three. 2 years ago, we thought that it was time for an Indigenous artist, because we have such an Indigenous background with the War of 1812 and Tecumseh, and I found an Indigenous artist who painted 2 murals. Yeah. This year, the one really best-kept secret in town is Freedom Museum. We've got a rich history and freedom seekers coming in the mid 18th century, and so we've got a tribute to the black history and the leaders, and we got Tremaine Bayliss, he's done that type of art. Yeah. The other one was the new.
Take your time.
The new Beaver Tails.
There it is.
There we go. I knew it would come. They teamed up with Dennis and Dylan White and painted a mural. And then I just, through my nephew in the States, found an artist in Flint, Michigan, and we chose him. And then he's done one called Art is the Answer, and then we unveil the kids winners each year.
And it seems like you guys are really focusing on the youth this year with the junior art crawl and everything like that. We got the Sunday dedicated.
In the bookstore, we really focus on kids. Yeah. I have an expression: if kids read books, they'll grow up to be better adults. Yeah. Oh. I don't think Trump read books.
My mistake.
And we had a couple of kids events last year, and they worked well, so we doubled down on them.
Good for you guys. And I just kind of want to ask, there's a social going on at Hotel Story, too. So the Friday, which is the additional day we discussed, was there a social aspect last year? Was there like a dedicated social slot?
Well, there was on the Saturday night. We did a gala at my house on Boblo, which is
very nice.
Really a logistics mess.
Beautiful house, by the way.
Yeah.
Boblo,
it's great.
That sounds lovely.
It was great, but I'm never doing an event on Boblo again.
Or at home.
You remember what what it was like in the ferry.
Getting there was all good.
You were there last year. No, you were there.
I was there. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, what kind of, like, how many people turned up?
Over 200, probably.
Yeah, about 150.
150 people. Wow. That's great.
Well, you didn't have to count.
Yeah, exactly. But it was a lot of effort and coordination with the ferry and getting everyone just walking and ready.
That's got to be the biggest tourist attraction that event right there since the amusement park was up and running, right? Come on.
Yeah. They tried jazz a couple summers.
Really?
I've been on the island for 14 years, and when I first came the first couple of years, there were jazz events that were pretty good.
Wow.
But it's the logistics. It's a little ferry that carries 12 cars and only so many.
There's a new one going in soon, isn't there?
Well, that's one of the great rumors in town.
Yeah, we love rumors.
I was on Pelee Island this week.
Okay.
And the mayor of Pelee Island is a good friend of mine, Kathy Miller.
Yeah.
Used to work for AM 800.
Okay.
And she's the mayor, and she says, "Oh, the ferry you're going to ride tomorrow, that's the new ferry going to Bothwell." I goes, "Geez, I don't think so." So I get on this little ferry. And I write to Kathy, there's no way this one's coming on to Bothwell. It only holds 10 cars.
You got to paddle yourself.
And you can't get a truck on it. So.
That's too funny. Let's bounce back to the art crawl then, for in particular the youth. I want to know how you guys feel about the importance of the youth, kind of having something like this to inspire their creative side.
Why don't I kick that over to Sawyer? So why does Sawyer's company think this, whether it's youth or art, is important?
Well, I mean, art really is the pivotal community builder. You build an art center, it becomes attractive, and people want to be there, and then it grows. Art gets pushed out and grows the city with it. So if you, cultivate a young crowd, keep them here, keep them drawing art, then they grow the area. And, I mean, us at Every Young, we're betting big on Amherstburg. We love it here. And so thinking 10, 15 years in the future, these people will no longer be young artists. They'll be adult, not immature, hopefully mature artists, and contributing to the beauty and the culture of Amherstburg.
So there it is.
I'm trying to get kids to buy books. Sawyer's trying to get them in 15 years to buy
a house.
Well, that's a tough sell these days. That's okay.
We'll work on it.
Yeah, for sure. And the River Bookshop looking lovely. Is it a big part of this year's art?
No, actually, it's not. We just chose not to.
But you have a double story time coming up this Sunday.
Yes, we do have that.
Yeah.
And the story times are part of the Junior Art Crawl, which is on Sunday. And we have a promotion going on. We brought in a special collection of art books, and we have a painting over the fireplace. We have a fireplace. We're constantly programming the painting, and it's by Dennis Smith, who heads up the Artists of Color.
Gotcha.
His group is displaying on the Friday night, and he painted his dad playing a clarinet.
Oh, great.
And I saw it at the art show last year, and I talked him into selling it to me. So it's over the fireplace right now.
Oh, that's awesome.
Did you go, Les, to... Yeah, of course.
I think actually he lived beside my parents in LaSalle for a bit, because I remember them talking, and they reminisced about seeing some of his paintings, and very musical themed, I think, all of his stuff.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And so it's Artists of Color. There's an Artists of Color band, too.
Okay.
They're called Trading Places. So we have them. They're 5 gentlemen, and they're kind of jazzy. They've played at the Hole in the Wall before. Not the whole 5, because my room's not big enough. They played 3, so they're playing that night, too. And are you making the Friday night?
Yes, I'll be there the Friday night.
I will hope
you have no speaking gig unless you'd like one.
Well, hopefully I can speak. I'm just kidding. I'm okay without any speaking gig. I'll be there just walking around enjoying the night.
Yeah. And speaking of music, the work Beth Delamonte put into the Musicland renovations, the upgraded Musicland, it must be a strong part of something like this, the art crawl.
Well, last year we wanted to add music. Yeah. And so we had, I don't know how many individual artists scattered around town, each playing for an hour and a half, and we had them on corners. But they didn't break through.
Okay.
There was much ambient noise, and we didn't get the impact. So Bethany, who knows her music, she recommended the Bishop Boys,
Yep.
and they are our act on Saturday night. Bethany's going to open it with her dad, who's John Delbossi, who's probably the biggest retailer. So he's got a real background in music.
Oh, for sure.
He was
He's the original
70s,
owner, the original owner of Musicland, with his partner,
Yes.
Who has a Musicland in the UK, which is a sister Musicland to Amherstburg's Musicland. So I guess we still have ties to the UK here in Amherstburg, except for the War of 1812. Yeah, you just can't escape.
So the other thing we've done is my wife Colleen and I have hosted the Windsor Symphony Quartet. This will be our 11th year in the park. So I said, let's move it into the art crawl.
Yeah.
But with Junior Art Crawl, we have the Windsor Symphony Junior Orchestra playing at the thing on the Sunday afternoon.
That's awesome. That's beautiful. Actually, and I'm technically a part of this art crawl myself because I am working with Musicland to teach the juniors to play some tunes on Sunday.
Awesome.
I'm the drummer to teach them how to do some drumming.
So to fill that in, as I understand it, but jump in, we're having some people stay back, and because we got the Amherstburg Academy dance team.
Yes. And
they're going to stay and teach. And I kind of knew that, but I'm really leaving that to Nadine, who's the person in charge.
Okay.
But that's great.
Yeah, for sure. Well, and we're going to hit up with a commercial break right now, and we'll be back in just a jiffy with Richard Peddie and Sawyer deJonge, ladies and gentlemen. So stay tuned. We are back here, ladies and gentlemen, at 107.9 The Berg. We're just chatting it up here. I am joined by Richard Peddie and Sawyer deJonge, and welcome back, guys. Now, as for the future of the art crawl, it seems to be growing exponentially each year, and do you think that the progressive one-upmanship will continue with each passing year as we keep going?
Tough to grow exponentially, so I'm not going to make that promise because it's not going to happen.
Okay.
I can't imagine going beyond 3 days, but you never know. We have ideas for next year, and we hope that some of the events this year are great.
Yep.
Some of them can be improved. Maybe we have to cancel some, but we have ideas. So next year, we'll figure it out. I've got a high probability we'll do another one. Next year, we'll take it year to year.
Great. That sounds awesome. Now, kind of to play off that, how do you gauge the success of something like this? Like, do you get a lot of feedback from the community for something like this?
I think it's going to be the attendance.
Yeah.
Who shows up at the Junior Art Crawl? How many visit the studios? How many are in the crowd for the Bishop Boys? You make a judgment call.
For sure. Okay, so to kind of let's head to Sawyer here. Sawyer, let's talk a little bit about Every Young Homes and your interest in being involved in something like the Amherstburg Art Crawl.
Well, Every Young Homes, we've been around here for quite a while. Over in Kingsbridge, we've been building for well over 25 years.
Wow.
And we're a family company, going in the second generation now. Parents are almost ready to let us take some of the wheel. Yeah. And we've honestly always loved Amherstburg. And this is probably the first time that we're stepping out publicly supporting something like this, and it just aligns really good with our mission and of making Amherstburg a beautiful place to be.
Absolutely. And you do a great job.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. And so it's really just putting our money where our mouth is and stepping up and helping out where we can. And it's been so good. I mean, Richard's been so good to us. He's been name-dropping us all the time, and we love it, and we're proud to be tied in with this.
Great. Now, so what is kind of the relationship between Amherstburg and Every Young kind of thing?
Yeah, again, we've been here. I grew up driving here, doing digging holes for the family,
Digging holes?
Yeah, exactly. There's many holes that need to be dug while you're digging a house.
That
Not the big ones, all the small ones.
Honest work right there.
Yeah, exactly. You think it's hot out, pick up a shovel. So that was fun. Honestly, I loved it. And each of our families were three brothers, Nate, Brody, and me, Sawyer, the youngest, took turns working labor. And it's always been here in Amherstburg, ripping into the grocery store, get lunch. It's just those little habits and rituals that have been so entwined with Amherstburg that we're, like I said earlier, we're betting big. We have plans for at least 10 more years of doing something here, and it's really exciting. I love Amherstburg.
We need you guys, man. We need you. We need more homes.
I can't get him to move here yet.
Oh, you can't?
My brother sends me listings almost every week. So eventually, I'm not surprised it'll happen.
So there's a whole family of DeJonge brothers. You guys aren't related to Dennis DeJonge from Styx, are you?
Not that I know of.
I think it's spelled differently anyway. Okay. Well, before we let you guys go here today, is there anything else you guys want to tell the audience about the art crawl?
It's very. I had not met Sawyer, and how does this little startup arch thing appeal to a company of his family size?
Yeah.
And I have this expression: downtown is gravity. The better downtown is, with art, with new shops, with open air, that people who are looking for a house, if it'd be a great house, they build great houses, but where do they go to shop? Where do they go to have entertainment? Where do they go to eat?
Absolutely.
You need a little town. So the pitch that I made to him and his family was that the better we make Amherstburg makes not only your selling easier, but it helps the people who eventually do move on resell their property, so you get appreciation. And that's basically the pitch that I made to Sobeys and Amherstburg GM, because they're outside of the core. But they know that the core is healthy. People stop at Sobeys. People stop and maybe look for a new Chevy. So I think everyone understands, Amherstburg's good, but Amherstburg could be better.
Right, you are. And like Amherstburg today and Amherstburg 20 years ago, completely night and day. Literally night and day. We are so on the come up, it's not even funny. Yeah, in terms of art and stuff like that. Well, Richard, Sawyer, I want to thank you guys so much for joining me in the studio this afternoon. Good luck to both of you with the event, and Sawyer with Ever Young Homes, and you, Richard, with, as I understand it, running 17 different businesses. I don't know if I have to wish you luck with that. I think you're pretty good with that. I'm thrilled myself to at least be indirectly a part of such a wonderful event, and one that is oh so important to the community here in beautiful seaside Amherstburg. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thanks for having us.
Richard Peddie and Sawyer DeJonge, ladies and gentlemen, I am your buddy Marcus Passeri, coming to you live with the Midday Music and More Show. This is The Berg. Stick around.